What the hell did I just watch or see or deal with or however you want to put it? Oh wow, it's the Paul Swan birthday explosion and we're not even at work, it's in the neighborhood. Got that one right. Yesterday we had the Michaela Carrazzo birthday explosion. Tonight we have the Paul Swan birthday explosion. Yesterday's version was at work and today's version was at the neighborhood. Not to mention yesterday was also the birthday of Lulu Antakariska. I'm sorry if I'm not saying her last name correctly, but I remember seeing you as a panelist on the 2012 reboot of Figure It Out, and you were in my Figure It Out fan fiction where I got to be on the show wearing this outfit. It was like a slightly different jersey, but the shorts were the same. And my talent I was showing off that I made up in that story was where I was redoing a shot by Tim Duncan from the 2004 NBA playoffs, where it was the second round of the Western Conference playoffs, where it was the Lakers and the Spurs. It was the first year without David Robinson due to number 50's retirement. And I think the Spurs were down 72-71 with this is the famous 4/10 of a second shot by Derek Fisher game. Right before the Fisher shot, it was like 5.1 seconds left on the clock. Ginobili, Duncan, Devin Brown, Hito Turkoglu, I think those are the guys on the floor. And so Ginobili inbounded to Duncan. He was on top of the key. Shaq was all over him. He did the shot off the dribble. He put it up. He went to his... He was being like crowded and guarded so hard by Shaq that when he shot it, he jumped up, fell to the ground, and it went in with 4:10 left. Now, I remember watching that game when I was 10 years old with my dad when we were taking a vacation in Florida. It was like after dark, and we had the lights off in the main room we were watching the game. And so, there was so many people surrounding us in that condo, or I say what I call it, house-type hotel, that we couldn't make too much noise compared to if we were at home. We thought the Spurs had won that game. We thought they had won that game, and the game was over. But then, when the Lakers had the ball, we were trying to go for Kobe. I think it was Robert Horry and ex-Laker, who probably the 1 year should have stayed with the Lakers one more time based on what happened. But it was Robert Horry, and I think somebody else was trying to double Kobe. But then they inbounded the ball to Derek Fisher, who Ginobili tried to contest the shot as hard as, best he could. But somehow that went in, and the Spurs lost that game. Me and my dad were stunned to silence because we had no idea what the hell just happened. And as a result, the Spurs lost the series in 6. So that's like the talent I came up with. The shot Duncan did before Fisher's infamous 4/10 of a second shot in that Figure It Out fan fiction. Okay, I just checked it out like Kevin LePage on Google. It's pronounced Lulu Antariska. Yeah, and either way, she turned Jeff Gordon 24 years old yesterday. The same day Michaela Carrazzo from Livin, Vida, Lab Rats turned Jerry Nadeau 25 years old. So Michaela Carrazzo was born 1994, which means she's my age. But man, the last 2 days have been crazy. I thought this was supposed to be the best week. Like, even better than last week at Cedar Point Part 1 and the week before at the Corn Fest. But we've had some bumps in the road again. We've had some bumps in the road again this week. It started off perfectly, but then I wouldn't say it went downhill because we shouldn't think like that, but we had some bumps in the road, but they're going to get resolved in no time. This is the same thing we went through, like the road to recovery, like a year ago at this time, but at this time it's not even as bad because we don't have half the workshop turned against me like we did last year. Only some people are. Always remember how do I say this? Always remember what the commercials for the new ABC series Mixed Dish is teaching us. Don't worry about what other people think, whether it's at work or at school or wherever you go. They are idiots. But don't be like the kids on the show and say that you want to be an idiot so bad, even though in real life the actors wouldn't do that because they're getting paid to say stuff like that. Therefore, my mom and I had a talk today before I came outside. Therefore, I'm not going to worry about a girlfriend right now. I'm not going to look at it for any answers for a girlfriend. I'm just going to stop looking for a while and just let it come to me because, like I said in advice of the day and lesson of the day on my Finsta yesterday, after that really rough day at work yesterday, what was it I said? I'm trying to think here. Okay, the first part was advice of the day. Don't ever date at work because it hurts. And second of all, Lesson of the day: once you stop looking for something or someone, it'll come and find you first. So that's all I wanted to say. This has been a Friday night vlog with Mark Oliveras. Have a good night tonight and a better day tomorrow and even a better week next week. And hopefully all this stuff can get resolved. Happy birthday, Carrie Clapham Jarrett. Happy birthday, Paul Swan. And happy birthday once again to Michaela Carrazzo and Lulu Antariska.
That's me. Hand it to me. Hand it to me. You're better. Come on, Marco. Let's go.
Say it.
What?
Say that last part, the fireman thing.
Fireman.
What? One more time.
No fireman.
The time to call it a night here in Sandy Ridge. So therefore, it was a well-spent day off on this beautiful Friday night. We went to Vinny and Narcos, tore it up like Terry Labonte with them, Duke, Tyler, Colin Mason, although they don't have Instagram. We did more than just tear it up like Terry Labonte. We smoked it like Tony Stewart, as you saw in the footage with Marco there. So next up, Lorain County Fair tomorrow. And the next day, Sunday, Cedar Point Part 2. And for another inspiration of mine, Mrs. Reese Caudell. So let's go into the weekend with the bang. Rest up Monday from our Cedar Point trip and try to fix everything on Tuesday, starting Tuesday, my mom's birthday. So once again, have a good night tonight and a better day tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Good night.
Look at you people! It's just like the last pretzel, except it's a stupid phone! This is why I hate crowds! You're all loving gadgets when you should be loving each other!
Caitlin, you're fired.
May I ask why?